Hey everyone, welcome to Fusion Fundamentals with me, MJ. Before we get into today's video, I wanted to share something personal because it kind of informs what we're designing today. I've recently been diagnosed with autism, level 1, and had my ADHD self-diagnosis confirmed. It's given me a new outlook on life, so I'm trying to discover who I am in this, because after years and years of masking, I don't really know who I am because I've just been trying to fit in. But what I did realize was some of my most peaceful moments are here behind my PC, doing CAD modeling, taking the ideas from my head, these pictures I see in my mind, putting them onto the computer on Fusion, and then 3D printing them. It gives me great joy. Hope some of you can feel the same. And I've learned that I don't really know who I am. So I want to encourage others who may be on a similar journey. I'm now on a journey to discover who I am, and I want to encourage anyone else you feel you don't fit in. These words are for me as well. Just to know that who you are is enough. You don't have to fit the mold. Now, before I lose you, we are actually going to do a tutorial. So this is one of the things that I think would help if you are a bit of a fidgety kind of person. So I normally do this, tap my fingers together or play with my pocket knife, opening and closing it, just to give my mind something to focus on. So in today's video, we're going to be doing like a fidget toy. So something that you can keep in your pocket and just play with when you're bored, or when your mind just needs to focus on something. So I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to watch the video and see for yourself. I'm going to start this one off with a sketch on the top plane. You can pick any plane you like. I'm going to push C for center diameter circle. And I know the maximum, or the external outside diameter I want, is 40 millimeters. And if you look in the corner, you can see what we're making. I want those rings to be 3 millimeters thick. So we've got a 3 millimeter ring there. But now from this, we need to have the new ring not touching. So I've done another offset at minus 0.25. So this should allow us to print in place. And then from our new one, minus 3. We're going to repeat this step right up until we get to the middle of our circle. And then we'll do a revolve. So I'm just going to go through here, minus 3. So that's 3 rings. I think we can do one more, and then an inner little circle thing, minus 3. Okay, now last one, minus 0.25. So that just looks like a kind of a bullseye. Next we need to L for line tool. We're going to go right through there. You can see it's going through our center. I wanted to make sure it's on the center, so we'll make that coincident there. Now we need to draw a little rectangle around here so we can select the exact parts we want. So I'm push S for our sketch shortcuts, type in center, it'll bring up center rectangle, and you see I want it to be just above the point, or make sure that some of that top part would stick out so we have access to the innermost circle. So I reckon we can make that 11 mils. 11 mils seems good. And then we'll finish sketch. So now we go select revolve. We're going to select all the rings, and our revolve axis will be a line up there. Okay, now you can see we've got these interlocked parts. If we have to go have a look at it in our section view, which is over here, let me just select the right thing first. Section analysis, we'll do that plane. If we move around, we can see, so my theory is that these curves are sufficient for the parts to rotate within one another, but there's enough of a groove there so that they're not gonna pop out. So let's see how that goes. If it doesn't quite work out, I'll just adjust the design a bit and do it again. But kind of looks like a wheel of cheese. I think what we could do to make it possibly work a bit smoother, F for our fillet tool, and we'll select all of these rings. We could probably just select the surface, but I'm doing it the hard way. Next, we'll do the other side. Once we've selected all of it, I will set it to 1mm. That looks like it should. That's maybe even too big, but let's print it out and see how it turns out. So that's what we've got. It's going to hopefully be working as a print in place, and yeah, I will come back shortly once I've printed it out and we can see how it worked out. So this is how it turned out. I'm quite happy. If you look at it, we can turn the little individual pieces and it does the intended job. Nice little fidget roller, whatever, I don't know what to call it. Printed nicely. That gap, that 0.25mm gap, was perfect, like a guess, and I'm very happy with it. So if you enjoyed it, please do check out some of my other videos. Until next time, bye.